guys, thanks for joining us here at alphainvestors.club, where today we will be reviewing Internxt. Internxt is a decentralized internet that promises to offer distributed files, apps, and websites in a more secure, private, and efficient cloud. We think of today's internet as a modern, high-tech invention. However, it's highly centralized, and files and servers are stored in central locations. Private files are stored in single locations, making them an easy and tempting target for hackers. Your intimate photos and files are stored by a private corporation in an unknown state. Some companies encrypt their files and keep them behind highly secure infrastructure. Other companies leave your credit card information unencrypted in a notepad file. Internext proposes a better system. In a decentralized internet, files would get split into pieces, encrypted, and sent to different servers using peer-to-peer technology. The internet would be owned by people instead of corporations. No single person or corporation would have exclusive power over the internet or its files. So how does it work? With Internet's decentralized internet system, the internet is split into different parts. These parts are sent to decentralized servers through a peer-to-peer environment. Users who host an Internet server will receive a reward in the form of Internet's own cryptocurrency. Neither the users nor Internet will be able to access these files because they're encrypted and distributed. There's one major security benefit of Internet. There's no centralized target for hackers to attack. Even if a hacker was able to bypass the security on an Internet host, that hacker would only be able to steal a small bit of encrypted information, like a fraction of a credit card number or half of an email address. It would be virtually impossible for hackers to retrieve the entire file, as they wouldn't know which servers had the other fragments of that file. The first goal of Internet is to create decentralized websites, apps, and files, all of which currently run in a centralized environment. The company's main goal is to bring the technology to everyday people, so they're going to focus on building an easy UI and a competitive pricing structure so that anyone can access the platform regardless of their technical experience. Here are Internet's features. Internext plans to implement all of the following features into its decentralized internet platform when it launches in 2018. Websites and applications. Today's websites and apps are centralized. Internext plans to use OpenShift technology to build decentralized versions of websites and apps. Decentralized websites could be created with SFTP and SSH and browsable from any ordinary web browser. Security massive scale object storage. Object storage solutions were proposed during the early days of the Internet in the early 1990s. Object typically refers to a file and all its metadata, which is bundled together to form an object. Internext would enable the creation of P2P self-managed, shared, and secure storage for storage networks, moving lower-level functionalities like space management into the storage device itself and accessing the device through a standard object interface. Internext actually has a system in place to prevent illegal files from being hosted on its network. So here's how the white paper explains it. Internets would run an algorithm to ensure that only legal files are being hosted on the network. Unlike traditional providers, Internet is private and does not make any use of the user information. In the decentralized file hosting solution, Internet would run scans to ensure that these securely and privately hosted files do not contain any illegal activity. Smartphone storage. Internet plans to offer two different solutions related to how smartphones store user data. One solution allows users to back up app data onto a decentralized server, while the second solution allows developers to use a service like Parse in a decentralized way. Internet serverless framework solution. A serverless application is an application that depends significantly upon third-party applications or cloud services to manage server-side logic and state. Internet will allow users to deploy applications or websites onto the Internet while utilizing their serverless solution. Control Tower application. Internet will have a control tower application that allows users to monitor and control everything related to the Internet platform. Users can get a clear view of the files hosted on the Internet's network. User support. Internxt plans to provide 24/7 support to users. That support will include an AI chatbot as well as 24/7 live support with specialized agents. They also plan to implement phone support. Internet's conclusion. It's a decentralized version of the Internet that aims to fix many of the problems with today's Internet. It's an ambitious project that is scheduled to launch in 2018 and with an ICO scheduled for the beginning of September. Full technical details can be seen in the Internet's white paper. So thanks for tuning in and be sure to join our Alpha Investors email list, alphainvestors.club. Stay tuned for our next review.